Alright, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Alright, all double honors to our apostles and our elders at Great Millstone. And shalom and peace and salutations to all you brothers out there teaching this word in truth, sincerity, and faith. It's the brother Gadawan, and on the line I have the bro. Yeah, and we're gonna do a quick show on what just happened right now. So about 30 minutes. It's what was it, March 6th? No, April 6th, if I'm not mistaken.
April 6th,
God, it's April 6th, 2018. All right, a white man's going down, and 30 minutes ago he just closed his markets out in Wall Street. All right, the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange, and that's the so-called white man. That's where he does all his trading. All right, his power seat for his trading, and this damn devil, he took a hit this week. They closed the markets. They were hoping to gain since because it's been crashing all week. They was hoping to do some gains today. It crashed more. It closed 25% down. It closed 25% down, and a lot of it is going to what's happening with China and the other nations, because the Chinese, they're an ambassador for the heathen nations. They're an ambassador for the Russians, okay, and all these other nations that want to go against America. And so what's happening is that there's a trade war. You keep hearing about this trade war going on, and I was listening to the news, and they were saying that one of the reasons why everything's crashing is because the U.S. people are selling U.S. shares. So all their shares they have in U.S. companies or whatever is American, they're selling it while it's high because they're anticipating it to go lower, okay? And they're anticipating to go lower because they expect the Chinese to follow through on their trade, their threats, their trade war threats, and then the Esau, right? This devil is saying it, his and herself on the radio, saying that, you know what? Every action that's being made is leading it more and more towards a trade war. It looks more and more likely that they're gonna follow through on it. All right, and this is leading up into World War III, okay? And if you want to get me you had that in Isaiah?
Yeah, this is Isaiah 13 and 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and for gold they shall not delight in it."
Right, because the first nation that really did that was right now we know the modern day Iranians, that Medes and the Russians, okay? And the Russians and the Iranians, they've been not fucking with America, man. They've been heavy in that spirit, mainly Iran, okay? But that land is, speaking of over there in Russia, modern day Russia, and also parts of northern Persia. Okay, can you read it again, Baba Shah?
Yeah, it says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold they shall not delight in it."
Yeah, these other nations, they don't want American dollars no more, okay? It's getting to the point where they made enough money. All right, they're just as rich as America. America isn't that on the high horse, like the whore that sitteth on many waters with the golden cup in her hand. That's talking about America, right? But now everyone can see it as a whore. Before they just thought it was like some grandiose nation, right? That was the greatest nation on the earth, as they like to speak of themselves. But now these other nations and the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is exposing America as the whore. Okay? Can you keep reading it, Babksha?
Yeah, it says, "Their bowls also shall dash the young men into pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children."
Because when they go to this war, they're going to be killing the young men. They're going to be killing all the young men out there fighting this war. And all you Trump, right? I was listening to the other brothers. Trump, yeah, he's trying to bring troops back here. He wants to bring troops to the wall to patrol. Says the patrol, he's want to take them out of Afghanistan or whatever. Then they're going to get shipped right back out there for World War III. They're gonna get shipped right back out there, and they're gonna get chopped up. And then these other nations, ultimately, they're not gonna care about feeding Americans, giving Americans, trading them things. So these kids are gonna starve, famines, right? Because this trade war is gonna lead to what? Famines. These other nations, and then ultimately, the so-called white man being the devil, he's gonna force it. Okay, he's the devil. Keep going on that.
Yep, it says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Beautiful. And we know that the Chaldeans is talking about the mercantile class, all right, the elites of Babylon. And that's America. America is where all the merchants come and make their money. But right now, they're dumping. America's getting dumped. Okay? It's been pumped for I don't know how many hundreds of years. But now they're finally dumping it. Okay, the original investors of America, the elites, they're about to dump it. And the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency is filth. It's and read that again, Baba Kashaw.
Done. It says, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And
it shall be as if the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know this place is spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Rome, spiritual Babylon. This is America. And what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah? What was going on, man? None but wickedness, homosexuality, freakiness, just among other things, all right? All kinds of disgusting things they're doing amongst idolatry, just being straight up Satanists, devils. And the Most High hit that place with fire and brimstone, man, and didn't save nobody. Didn't save nobody except one. Saved Lot and his two daughters. All right, and Lot was a just man, and the Most High is going to do that again. But this time he's going to get the 144,000. All right, and the 1/3. Okay.
Yep.
You anything else on that?
Not out. That should be it.
Hey, can you jump to Revelation, Baba Kashaw? Because these other nations, right now, it starts with this. You know, there's a process with everything, and we know that in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai through his prophecies, because he always before he brings judgment, he always has to have his prophecy. Hey, the same thing happens in the economic world. All right, before a crash, there has to be prosperity. There has to be a peak. You know, so there's the glory times. You know, and there was the beauty of the excellency. Okay, and then then there's going to be the crash, and when that crash is going to hit that deep depression, and we know since that last one that hit in the 30s, what do? They went straight into World War II. Okay, and it looks like Esau is going to run it back. Esau just keeps running it back. All right, hey, just like the Most High runs it back. All right, but this time. Yep. Hey, this time he ain't running it back no more, man. It's just going to be Yasharallah on the top. Can you go ahead and get that?
Yep, this is Revelation 18 and 9. I started 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord who judges her.
Beautiful. And that's exactly what's coming to America, man. This trade war is going to lead to famine. Okay, because what's going to happen? The Saudis, Venezuela, they don't fuck with America. China, they're not going to deal with American oil, and they're not going to give America any of their oil. So what's that's going to lead? More gas is getting more expensive. All right, the truck drivers ain't going to deliver food no more. It's going to be nothing but pure hell out here. Keep going.
Yep, that's right. It says, and the kings of the earth. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication, and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her, and lament for her.
The kings of the earth have been living deliciously for America. They've been making billions, trillions, and all the while, these other nations making all this money off of who? The Israelites, because the main consumer in America are the Israelites, starting with Judah, Issachar. All right, and on down with the rest of the tribes, Ephraim and his companions. But mainly it's Judah and Issachar, man. They're the top 2 consumers. They keeping this place going, man. Keep going.
Yep. It says, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
Woo! Hey, they shall bewail for her and lament for her because they're going to see her getting burned up, getting hit with the missiles. All right, because like I was saying, there's a process with it, man. These people, you know, they're going to be really mourning and looking back like, damn, we really made out of that place, you know? We fucking finessed that. But the whole time, the Most High, Yahweh Shai going to be, and the Most High going to be putting a foot in your ass, man, with his elect. All right? You gonna think you made a finesse move. All right, we destroyed the whole earth. We got rid of America, all right? Hey, man, the Most High is all about grandiose, beautiful, extraordinary, okay? Great presentations of his power, all right? He's gonna show it in this coming destruction. Keep going.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Hey, they're gonna be weeping and wailing for her because all that garbage the Chinese are selling, there's only one market for it. It's America. All right, all this garbage, plastics, you know, bullshit, GMO, whatever you could. It's sold here in America, man. You go to parts in Mexico, you can't find that. Right? You got to buy local market. You got to eat what you got. You go to Cuba, it's like Cuba, right? You know, all you got is potatoes and some damn pig foot. That's it. You know, and then whatever you could go find out in the ocean, and then whatever the fishermen bring back. Here in America, you can eat goddamn, you know, ramen noodles that been nuked, have been nuked been zapped with sulfur.
Done.
Right, but that's what they sell here in America, and they're going to be able to sell all that poison, garbage, trash to nobody that, because there's not going to be a use for it, right? It's going to be righteousness. Keep going.
Yep, there's not going to be. If I can say, it's not going to be a market for it.
Beautiful.
So that's how like China became a superpower because of the consumption of America. You know, everybody here is all about consuming, and a majority of all the products here in America are imported. All right, America doesn't export anything or make anything. They're a consuming nation, you know. And so these other nations are going to be mad they're going to be mad not at the fact that you Babylonians going to get destroyed, but it's because they can't make no more money off of you, you know.
Yep, and when you sell America, right? They say America's in a trade deficit, meaning they import much more than they export, which is a trade deficit. Right, and then you want to export more than you import because that means your economy is getting stronger, right? You're making more, but America doesn't operate like that. America's through, okay? It's on steroids, okay, and it's on, the steroids they failing you. Your organs are dying. You're dying of eternal bleeding, right? You hit yourself with synthol.
Yep.
Yeah, you're doing cocaine to stay up, to keep working. Meth. You're deteriorating, man. And it's just going to take a quick swoop of a sword from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, cutting your damn head off, man. That's good on that, right,
Yeah, I can read just like 3 more verses that goes into all the merchandise and stuff.
Oh, come on, Baba Kasha.
It says, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls and fine linen and purple and silk.
Right, because those are very expensive things, okay? People with money, people of opulence, people that want, they call that conspicuous consumption, all right? All these products, buying gold and you know, buying shoes that just, you know, devalue by half every time you put them on. You know, you buy $600 shoes, you know, $1,000. How much are APs? How much are these niggas spending on watches now, right? They said 100K on, they spend a whole car, 30K on a watch. That's crazy. That's fucking ridiculous. You can't do that anywhere else but here in America. You can't sell that. You can't. There's no market for that in Nigeria. You know, there's no market for APs. Okay, VVS. There's no market for that in Brazil. Though there is it's a small market in those places, but not like here in America. Keep going.
Yep, it says in purple and silk and scarlet and thainium wood, and all manner of vessels of ivory, and all manner of vessels of precious wood, and of brass and iron and marble, and cinnamon, and odors and ointments and fragrances, and wine and oil, and fine flour, and wheat and beef, and sheep and horses and chariots, and slaves and souls of men.
And slaves. All right, and that was the main thing that made this place rich: slaves. And what's going to happen? They're going to destroy the slaves of America. They're going to nuke them. The Most High is going to nuke all the slaves of America, because this is America, right? They say America is the hardest working place in the world, man. Which it is, because you go to other places, you don't find people hustling like they do out here. You do, because they're Israelites, all right? But man, you go to places like, where these Arabs be living, man. They be living in tents, man. They some plain ass people, man. You go over here, you got bug outs working all day long on types of drugs. All right, and those are the slaves of America. But really, the original slaves are the Israelites, and we still in slavery, man. And that power is waning, okay? Because now you're losing slaves. You're losing slaves to what? To the truth. Keep going. Oh, hold on one second. Slot. Salak. Hey, are you there? Can you hear me?
John, I can hear you.
All right, cut. All right, go ahead. Read that again, Salak.
It says, and the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her standing afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches has come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company of ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, the great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness.
Yeah. And those ships of the sea are them cargo ships, man. Because they got one direction. They go to America, all right? The ports of America. And not only is it regular goods, they're doing all kinds of drug running, you know? Yeah, where's the market for the drugs? It's here in America. You watch Drugs Inc. and stuff. All these merchants, everything's sold here in America, right? All these things have to come here by what? By ships. And they're gonna be weeping and wailing. Keep going.
It says, For in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High has avenged you of her.
Beautiful, and that's exactly what we're waiting for, man. And we're all ready, man. We just getting started. We can't wait for it to really happen. Yeah, this brings joy to me. And when I heard that on the market on the way down here to work, I was like, that's good, man. This place is through. It's more through. Yeah, I saw a video. I don't know if you saw it. Trump walked into a little middle school, not like a little elementary school, and the little kids in a classroom, the kids freaked out. They were crying, they were screaming like they saw the devil himself, which they did. Trump walked in looking bugged out, man, and them kids was screaming their head off. Little Jake kids too.
I gotta watch that.
Yes, I sent it out on the group text. You gotta hit the link. But
Okay,
Lord willing, I'm gonna re-upload that too when I get this one up.
Got it.
But any final words, Zach?
Nah, pretty much. Hey, man, America's finished, man. You see it every single day. It's something more and more solidifying America's destruction. Whether it be from economics, whether it be for more war rhetoric out there. These trade wars, because trade wars lead up to real wars. So-called combat. because you're messing with a nation's economy, you know. So they have to go. It's pretty much what's going on is the Lord is forcing America to go to war in these other nations.
Yep.
You know.
And then you see these markets are crashing, but where's the markets looking good right now in the arms dealing? All right. But Lord willing, me and the brother could get back on the show again later. But until the next time, I'm gonna say Shalom, death to America. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.